It's time to get back to the basics for you and your loved one. Hey, what's up? It's Chris Young. Welcome to your couples coach. This is the Keystone Coleman 19R. This little cutie is slideless and it comes in at 23 feet 11 inches, 4,114 pounds dry, and can probably sleep 4 fairly comfortably. But in my opinion, rear dining, rear entertaining are all about couples coaches. And the thing that I love about what Keystone did with the Coleman line is they gave you a well-constructed, strong, well-appointed coach at an entry-level price. Welcome to your first RV. Been tent camping? Now you don't have to worry about it because look at this area that you have back here. Look at the views you're going to have with some of the largest in-class windows you're going to find in travel trailers. And that's what I love about the RD/R types of RVs because they're surrounded by giant windows. You're used to tent camping. You're used to seeing all the views. Now let's put a roof over your head, which, by the way, good high, tall ceilings, good high output AC, good high output furnace. And let's give you a chance to get cross breeze and visibility in your own home. My dinette, plenty of room to sit 4 people, plush, comfortable, overstuffed cushions. So if you do want to bring the kids, maybe you're the emerging family, you got the small kids with you, what an awesome spot to enjoy the camp cook meals, play the games, reconnect, make those memories. Then when you need to make this additional sleeping space, these reduce down into a sleeper. And yes, you still have some good storage under both sides of your dinettes. So storage is something that I think Keystone and Coleman did a really good job with maximizing the space, but also not making you feel cramped. Remember, this is a slideless coach, and I got really good room. But if you do have the kids going camping with you, you can go from you and your loved one sitting here, relaxing, maybe watching some TV, maybe just chilling, maybe just looking out the campsite window. But when it's time to make this a bed, jackknife sofa with additional storage underneath, and bam, I got myself yet another sleeping space. But what I like to say about jackknives, this is good for one adult. As you can see, with me being 6'2", over 200 plus pounds, there's not really a lot of space for anybody here. Now, granted, my significant other is tiny, so, we spoon anyway. So if she got in here, that would probably work. But just in case you're thinking you can get 2 adults on there, just know it may come with a few asterisks on it. Now let's talk a little bit about the kitchen space and what you're going to do there. Did you bring the pancake batter? You did not. Dude, you're supposed to. How am I going to show how to make pancakes if you didn't bring the pancake batter? You know I can't make it.
Make your own pancake batter.
No, you. So anyway, the kitchen of your 19R, which if you did have pancake batter, aka someone other than Ryan, remember to bring it. You can make some pancakes for you and your loved one right here. But let me point out a couple of things. With this being entry level, Keystone did a wonderful job building these, a great construction from the framing that we have to the insulation to the walls. There is one thing, though, to point out. You'll notice that your countertop has T-mold on it. All you really got to do, get you some caulk, maybe some silicone, and get you a good seal all the way around that. Water could potentially get in between this edge and the countertop here. Don't want that happening to you. But look at the prep space that you have. I got everything from my entertainment, my cable and satellite connection, USB-C and A charging to a GFCI outlet, which both of these outlets are inverted. What that means is your 19R comes solar prepped. So you can get a solar panel, you can get an inverter, you can go up to like 1,200 plus watts on those solar panels. That's enough to run your AC, the whole nine. If you're interested in something like that to really go off the grid, talk to your specialist at Camping World when you go through this and say, hey, I want to go off grid. Here's what I want to do. They're going to help you pick out the right package. But from the prep space to the entertainment options to the power to the storage options, look at the space that we have down here. And then if I need more prep space, my 2-burner cooktop is recessed with a glass cover. I even have the little blue lights on there to give me a little additional night light at night if I need it. And my microwave is convection and air fryer. So you don't need an oven because you got everything right there. You can go from the popcorn to the wings to microwaving the factor meals. Absolutely love it. Now my storage up top, solid wood shaker cabinets with matte black pulls. You'll see you got good space and good maximization of space all the way around. And speaking of, look at the oversized sink that you have right here with your matte black faucet, your drawers, all of them full extension on drawer guides with reinforced weight capacities, and they're even glazed. So it kind of looks nicer than what you're going to see in a lot of entry-level RVs. I'm a big fan of that. And then you got a good little spot right there for your trash can. The two things I really liked about this were this huge campsite window. A lot of times you only get something that's maybe 12 or 18 inches high. The fact that they made this one go all the way up to the bottom of the cabinet with my wood valance and of course my shade, just more light, more airflow, more visibility. It's just a nicer touch. And of course, to keep your cold stuff cold, you got the 12 volt, 8 cubic foot Furion fridge freezer combo over here. For a couple, that's going to be good. I even like the acrylic front that they have on that. 8 cubic feet is a pretty good space for a couple. If you're going to go for the long weekend, just be sure to pack appropriately. Chris, what do we do about getting cleaned up? Well, let me show you the bathroom, and there's something nice I want to show you about this, which you usually don't hear with the bathroom, but let me show you. I promise not to do the Ace Ventura thing, but you see this? It's a pocket door. A lot of times in coaches like this, when you have the couples coaches, the bathroom is midship, you actually have a swinging door. That could cause some problems, hitting stuff, this, that, and the other thing. I love how Keystone put the pocket door in here just because, A, look at the entryway space that we have. More importantly, look at the flow space that you have on the outside. So those little things to me that make the camping experience a little bit better. I got the high-rise plastic bowl with the foot flush. I got my extended countertop here. Tankless water heater, another GFCI outlet. You do have the mirror, but you don't have a medicine cabinet, but you do have some good linen storage down here and even some storage space under your sink. And your shower, you got the shower surround, you got the upgraded Oxygenics shower head. This is awesome because it's going to give you more pressure on your water without using more water. Just uses oxygen to kind of spin it around. And being 6'2", you can kind of see that I do need the fan and vent to be able to put my giant noggin up here without having to like crouch down. But still, I'm not really cramped left or right. I got the shower surround. I got my shower curtain. I got some hangers for my towel if I need it. And of course, my flooring is upgraded, slip resistant, easy to clean, and it's one piece, which leads us right to your private sanctuary, which is another reason why I say the 19R is a couples coach. Sure, you could sleep 2, maybe 3 more people back there in the back. But the one thing you're lacking is separation of space. And I'm big on my separation of space. And that's a queen size bed. And it's a foam top mattress. But take a look at what they did on the bottom. So you probably have a bed frame at home that has open legs, right? Well, now you got storage here as well, which most RVs have. But I like how they left it open there. So if I just need a spot for my shoes, I need to roll my bags in and out without lifting the bag up, I can. But more importantly, it looks and feels a little bit more residential. So it's your true home away from home. For your nightstand space, you got spots on both sides. I got ward storage on both sides, and I love how they put my hanger bars up high and reinforced it, meaning I'm not going to have everything crumpled at the bottom because most RVs are going to put the ward bar right here. What are you hanging? Tube tops? And first off, why are you hanging tube tops? Everybody knows those are foldable accessories, okay? You don't hang them. We'll talk about that later. USB-C and A charging on both sides as well as 110. I got my HVAC controls right here for my AC, as well as my heater and TV backer, as well as smart TV connector and GFCI outlet for my entertainment. Chris, what is smart TV? So Keystone does this color-coded wiring all throughout their coach. So it makes stuff easy to fix if you need to fix it. But they thought, why don't we take it another step further with our entertainment connections? You get to the campground, you don't know if it's cable, you don't know if it's satellite. Plug it in, this outlet is smart, and it's going to give you the entertainment without you having to change and chase cables. Really like that touch. And speaking of touching, you got your touch screen over here for your command panel. It's not really a touch screen, but it's a little touch, and it does light up. So it's a screen and it lights up. I'm from like 1980s. This is a touchscreen, in my opinion. And for your tanks, by the way, you got 41, 34, and 34. 41 gray, 41 fresh, 34 gray, and 34 black. But this is where you come to check everything, as well as cut on your awning lights, run out your awning, and cut on your water pump if you're not connected to city water. All right. What do you say we go outside and take a look at where you're going to be hanging out? Come on. I get a chance to walk in and out of a lot of RVs doing this job. And some you can tell just by walking around if they're light. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they could have built it a little sturdier. I got to tell you, man, walking in and out of this thing, because this is my first time being in the 19R, by the way, very sturdy, very well built. So take that for what it's worth. Let's talk about what you got on the outside. So up front, we got our manual tongue jack right here, twin 20-pound LP tanks, battery rail is right there, and your Gigi box. The Gigi box allows you to disconnect the battery while still charging it. And since this is solar ready, I would advise getting a solar package, getting some lithium batteries put on top. You're going to see you got the beautiful aluminum siding right here, the oversized luggage door, which is magnetic and anti-slam with the covered hinge, and even your pass-through storage is finished off. You even have a little light right here. Right there's your 30 amp power cord. Manual stab jacks in the front and the back, and I got my steel fold-up steps leading me into my friction hinge door with the oversized door handle that doubles as a guard for the door. My awning does have a LED light, and my windows are 80% tinted, safety sealed all the way around. Now, your axles, these are radial tires, but you also have self-adjusting brakes on these bad boys, and those are the Dexter Easy Lube axles. And you see that berth that you have in between the two, as well as that galvanized well? That's going to do two things. The well is going to help if there's any debris coming up. That's going to stop it from damaging the undercarriage of your coach. But that extra wide berth is going to help with the towing. So that's going to keep it going a little bit smoother. And people have asked me, Chris, what is that? Why is one lug nut painted a color? Well, they have to torque these to a specific rating, and they do it in a star pattern. So they have to mark one that they start, and that way, that's the one that you start with when you go through the torquing instructions in the manual, or the technician would. The only thing I would say is, since this is the back of your 20K furnace, don't put a camp chair there if you got the furnace going. I learned that the hard way. LP quick connect is right there if you want to bring your grill. 4x4 sewer hose storage located on the back. And speaking of the back, we are set up for backup camera prep as well as ladder prep, because this is a fully walkable roof on this bad boy. And those arch ceilings that you see up there with the rain nozzles, that's going to help the snow, the water stay off the top, but more importantly, stay off of you if you guys are out here enjoying the time. And having the backup camera and the backup ladder prep, that's awesome, especially when you're talking about entry-level coaches. Come around to the off-camp side, got your cable or satellite connection right there, because remember, you got the Key TV multi-source connector in there. Outside shower with hot and cold, and your 30-amp connector right here. Big fan of the coating that they put on their aluminum too. That's going to help with the fading of the graphics, but I just think it looks good. The white is bright, the colors kind of mesh. I don't know, just kind of like it. Back of your tankless water heater right here, as well as your Zamp quick connect for your solar panels, your fresh tank fill, and your city water connection, the other side of your pass-through with your inverter prep right there. One of the things I would highly suggest, I know I just said it a few minutes ago, get solar. It just helps. It trickle charges the battery, the whole nine. But I got to tell you, man, 15K AC, 20K furnace, 42K on my tankless water heater. My tanks 41, 34, and 34. And being 23 feet 11 inches, I gotta tell you, man, for the couple who has not had an RV before, or maybe you've had one that wasn't this nice at entry level, the price, the build, the quality, the fact that it's Keystone and Coleman, rv.campingworld.com, or just go to your local Camping World. Leave me some comments down below and let me know what you think of this beauty. This is the Coleman 19R. And please, while you're at it, click like, subscribe, and notify, so the next time we do one of these, you're the first one to get it. I'm Chris Young from Camping World. I'll see you soon.